Okay, welcome to Morrowind Game of the Year edition. The manual companion guide. There isn't really a term for it, but it was something that came natural from playing the game. Of course, on page 19 then you have factions, mages, guild, where you can enter how to join, what the first things are that you have to do. For the factions, page 20, Fighters Guild, where are the Fighters Guilds located and how to join. You also put them in. The Imperial Legion is also a faction, page 21. It's not very complex. The Imperial Cult, page 21. The Thieves Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, page 22, then House Glalu, page 23, and your first thing would be what your specialization should be. So reputation here, for example, business and diplomacy, and favorite is sneak and mark, and then how to join. Here's also how to join, and here are the columns of the quests that you can do. For example, the Thieves Guild in Balmora, Aldrun, I don't even remember what WH is, and Vivek, and the others. Page 24, House Glalu, again how to join, if you were expelled, things that you find. The favorite thing here is in melee. Page 25 is for House Delvani, how to join. Again, tick boxes for where to go. And the first time that you play through, you add a tick box. And the second time you play through, you can just use a pencil to tick them off. Use a WB, 2B pencil, so you can erase it. So for example this, and then you erase it with an eraser block, so you can play it one more time. The game is there are two kinds of people that play only a game once, and for those this is not necessary. They play it just in a single row, but some people play on and off, and they also play again, replay games. I also replay a game because if it gave me a lot of fun the first time, then I expect it to have a lot of fun the second time. And there is a lot in this game to discover. So it's a masterpiece, but you already knew that. So 25, level up skills. Rest and meditate on what you've learned occurs when you have increased 10 points in major and minor skills. Bonus multiples, endurance, points carry over, miscellaneous, and mocks. Then you have 26, the factions again. So you can also take the factions, because this should be following here, for example. But I built this book also in a evolutionary form. So there was a previous version with which I rewrote. So you learn from the first book how to organize and structure the second book. So East Empire Company, the quests, and then side quests. These are free side quests. They don't belong to the main quest, or they are things that you encounter on this map anywhere. So you just need to know where to start it. So in Pelagialt you can do stuff, in Balmora you can do stuff, Sedanin you can do the Griskar thing. There is Samaris Ancestral Tomb there. So you need a location where to trigger the side quest. A side quest is for at least 2 pages. Maybe you need more pages. But for me it was enough. So for example in Nisis there's a smuggler's cave to the east. For some you need underwater, for example. There are also hints on the map. So you also are looking at, for example, there is to find a good example. Yeah, for example here, this is the Shrine of Azura. I don't know if you can see it. And if you go there in game, you'll notice that you can't enter. You need flying, and to fly from the east towards her. And under her there's a large cave dungeon. There are also unnamed side quests, so they will not appear in the journal entry, and the journal entry tries to give you some overview in the game. But if you have played for hundreds of hours for a single session, good luck finding it in the diary. So this is something that is better than a diary. It's a guide, I think, some sort. There wasn't a Morrowind book, an official player guide. Things you can do, useful spells, on page 30, Vivek. Vivek is a large town, so you need a schematic overview first, and then abbreviations, and under the per abbreviation you can write down what there is to find. Dungeons and locations, and so this could have been also in the main location, places to go. But this is inside of locations. There are these strange names like Ulumusa and Aduna Ramunan and stuff like that, and where to enter them in square brackets. So how to get there. And then that's one page. I think you can use 2 pages for it. Starter tips for first play. So, because Morrowind is so large and open, you will end up wasting time wandering around aimlessly unless you get a calcinator, mortar and pestle, set a Neen Aerial Trade House, and also things here. Get a torch, get repair hammers and prongs, how to do that. Lockpicks, how to do that. Divine Intervention, how to do that. Page 33. Enchanting never was really explained in the manual, but here is the steps for how to do the actual successful enchanting. How to mine for souls, so a special thing. So it's knowledge that this book helps you in questions during gameplay, where you don't want to spend an hour on the internet, find conflicting things, have to click on advertisements and stuff like that. It's just offline, playing the game, and just reading in your book, writing in your book, but in a structured manner. So it's not a diary, because the journal is already in the game. This is per subject. So 35 is for epic gear and loot. There are lots of things that you can find in epic gear and loot. 10-page boots, the Ring of Finester, Ring of Surroundings, and these are all great things to as small chunk goals for an afternoon or an evening. epic gear and loot 205, epic gear and loot 305, so special items that are scattered throughout this giant world. Epic gear and loot, Daedric Sanctuary, Necromancer's Amulet. So everything that you find, you can put it in and then go for it if you found it online. So when you're even not booting up the game, you can still work on this. So epic gear and loot, diseases, how to get them, how to say by where effect. Pilgrim's Lantern, very useful item. Quest gear, how to get quest gear from the various gods and demons, Malakat, Boetia, Maroons, Dagon, Shoggorath, Vala, Malak, Baal, and there is also goods gear, Vivek, side notes, quest series, and quest series, Bloodsmoon, and useful mini quests for mercenary goal, and skill leveling tips for every skill, how to level it. Some things are very hard to level, but restoration, conjuration, mysticism, alteration, security, and alchemy. This is a good explanation. Ingredients, location, effect. So every item, alphabetical order, more or less. So you'll rewrite this several times, I think. But in the end, you will have ingredients, lots of ingredients. And so the last page should be noteworthy things to get you started as a summary. And as you can see, this is all in all 55 pages, full of information, full of things. So if you spend the time, you will love this. So bye for now.